bathroom.
We are now
Welcome to the bathroom.
live.
Yeah!
We're live! Woo! All right, we're waiting for some people to join the live, and then we'll get going with our crafts and chats. Oh, we got somebody. All right.
Who?
Thank you. Just sit down. Thank you, everyone, for joining us on our first ever Crafts and Chats.
Only one person joined.
Listen, you. There's no heckling. No heckling right now, okay? Crafts and Chats with a wonderful and amazing crew of Grace and Justice. You say hi.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Hey, this is Aurora. You know Aurora. Say hi, Aurora.
Hi.
Hi, Aurora. And
Technically a person.
we're here with Giancarlo. Did I say it right?
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah, I said
That's
it.
lovely.
And we're going to introduce everyone else on the team here. So we're going to go through.
Osama Squad.
Thomas Pearson.
Mary Ellen.
I'm Ezra.
Welcome.
Aurora.
And Aurora. Yes, we know who you are. Yes. So, for Giancarlo, do you want to tell us a little bit about, or a lot about, your project?
Absolutely. We're all going to answer a tremendous amount of questions. I think Aurora's got some special types of crafts for us.
She does.
Our project, in a nutshell, is a collaboration of about 500 plus volunteers from the film industry, people who have never set foot on set to now award-winning actors, directors of theater companies, and everything in between. Through the power of resources and connections, we managed to obtain locations all over Ontario, horse ranches, western towns, 200-year-old churches, acres of historical land, a 300-year-old Victorian estate. We got horses, bombs, and guns, and everything we needed to make a really good story. And we're going to get into it deep. But first, I want to introduce some of the people who were helping to make that dream come true. We're going to start here with this gentleman here.
Hello, I am Osama Squad from Thunderchild First Nation, South Saskatchewan, and I'm an actor, a musician, and I've been pursuing acting since I was a kid in the theater and drama school, and made my way to Toronto, and I started in film, which is home for me now, and did I'm on Crave TV with Little Bird series, 6-part miniseries. Roland's at Camp Z. I'm really into the horror genre right now. I'm making films with friends like John Carlos said. So.
Damnation! Damnation!
Damnation, I'm coming down. All right, you're in the spotlight now.
Howdy, partners. I'm Tom Pearson. I'm happy to be part of this project. I've done lots of stuff over the years, from filmmaking to acting to now, as John Carlo mentioned, I'm now the president of a theater company, the Very Useful Theater Company, and we produce the New American International Festival of One-Act Plays. This year we got over 300 entries, and these are plays that come to us from all around the world. But I'm no longer a spring chicken, so I've actually been, of late, been seeking out and getting more acting roles. So I've got a few films coming up that I'm in, including Damnation. I've got a small role in that. You'll see Asawa here more in Damnation, but that's coming out. When's that coming out, Asawa?
October 15th. It's already in the film circuit right now. I mean, festival circuit.
Yeah, I think it opened up in Buffalo Festival,
Yeah.
and then so October 15th in Niagara is the next time you can get an opportunity to see it. If you look in the chats, I'll give you some information on how you can see that. But I got involved with John Carlo's project. I found the reason I got attracted to it was I got to admit some of it was selfish. As I say, I'm trying to seek out more acting roles of late because I did a lot of film making myself. However, I seem to get away from the acting roles and the good act. I really wanted a good meat and potatoes role, and that's what I found in this film. Not only was the project exciting sounding, but the role itself, being selfish, was a very dark, self-absorbed, sort of evil character. And I just thought, that's me. Okay, back to you, John Carlo.
Okay, fantastic.
Amazing.
Thank you very much for sharing, Tom. We have these lovely ladies over here.
Yes. You're in the spotlight now.
All right. I'm Mary Ellen. I'm very fortunate to be on set a handful of times in Grace and Justice. It's been a lot of fun just and volunteer, tote stuff around, be quiet when we're supposed to be quiet.
Costuming?
Yeah.
These guys did a great job with the costumes.
Costuming.
Like one of the village community members in there.
Yeah. So it's been.
I was kidnapped.
She was kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
Yeah, I remember that. In the forest, right? Yeah.
It's amazing.
I pretty bad, but you know, sometimes
Yeah.
I fall down.
And we had a lot of unique, like John Carter was saying, we really did have a lot of unique locations, from forest to ghost towns. The ghost town, I will say about John Carlo, like he he was a little bit green to the industry when he first started. It was about 4 years ago. So he's come a long way. But one thing he's very, very good at is gathering those people together. And because of his excitement about producing the film and putting this film together, it kind of resonates with the rest that come up. So that the cast, the crew, everybody kind of gathered, I guess kind of cheered him on in a way to want to make it happen and stay with it. And it's kind of a camaraderie on set, I found.
Yeah, totally.
100%. All right.
All right.
We're coming back
back
this end of
around.
the table. Aurora.
Aurora.
You can't leave me with a pen or a paper.
Oh, we can see the listening skills are strong. So you want to start doling out the crafts, and we'll start with the chats.
Have one either way. They were already done when you fixed it.
I can see why
Okay,
she
between these
got
two.
There's no question I won. Thank you.
We can share, right? We can share. Except for the orange, because somebody used it all up, right? Yes.
You don't have any. You don't have any more? Yeah, there's no more.
All right, Aurora. Now you're in the spotlight. You got to ask some questions, my dear. Got to get the chats kicked off here.
What made you want to be part of this project?
Who are you asking? Yes.
Aurora, you could pick somebody to ask the question to.
you.
Now, what made me want to be a part of this project? Well, I feel that the story had some very strong historical and cultural significance, along with like a personal relationship that I've had with people who have survived the residential schools, and also my own experience with the church. I felt that was all necessary to bring to the screen.
I almost feel we need to take a step back because we haven't told everyone what it's about yet. We've kind of hinted at it, but now I think that maybe you should give a rundown of what it's about and why it's so important.
Grace and Justice.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, in short, the one-liner sentence of what the story is we have a Native American teaming up with a bunch of outlaws to rescue his daughter from a residential school and a psychotic priest.
Yeah, that one down there.
That's this gentleman
This
down
gentleman
here.
on the end.
So we took that idea and we communicated with hundreds of volunteers, as I said earlier, and we got all of these locations, and we produced the pilot, episode 1, as a tease to get things going and to see if people liked it. And coming this October 26th, we're going to tell you more about the event as the live stream goes on, but we got a lot in store for you potentially to be a part of it. Aurora, you want to ask your next question? Pick somebody else.
What is your favorite part about playing your character?
Oh, me? I like just getting into this character. He's I'm more of a fun, goofy guy, but he's more of a serious and strong. So I get to use a lot of my acting chops, I think, and the costuming and how do I can make a Dahi come to life, you know, and to interact with the other characters and stuff. My favorite was just developing the character. That was my favorite part of it.
Beautiful.
That was
All right.
great.
Thank you very much for sharing. Aurora, next question.
Did you have any fun or funny moments while filming?
None whatsoever. These guys are the most boring group you're ever going to want to hear about. No, we did. We had lots of fun. We were pretty serious when we were actually when the cameras were actually rolling. But in between, we certainly had lots of fun and lots of humorous moments, whether it be little gags that we were playing on each other here or there, or just telling jokes in general. But while we're filming, we're very serious. So we take our roles. I certainly took my role serious, and you have to get into the mode for it too. My character is a very dark, evil priest. So for me, I have to get in that mindset. So yeah, I had fun in between, but while we're filming, I take the role very seriously.
But how do you get into that mindset?
I use things in real life that. So say there's something, say it's an upsetting scene. Like actually, I was allowed to do a little bit of improv in one of the scenes, and it was a very emotional scene. So my character is actually at a gravesite, and he's basically talking to his dead son, who he had a hand in the way that his son had died. I'm not going to get into how or what or any of that. But the mindset was he was at that point. His mind he's kind of losing his mind at that stage, and it's a very upsetting moment for him. At the same time, he has to put that aside and become his evil self again at the end of it. So it's really I pulled up some things from my real life in order to get in that sort of frame of mind, and just put myself in that frame of mind before the words action are yelled, and just go with it.
That's great, because I know that there's been a lot of actors that get into those kinds of roles. They say that it's very challenging.
Yes, and you got to be careful too. I mean, you don't want to take it too far. So in between, I could still jump back to my real self. I did not stay in the role throughout in my mind, but just before doing a scene, we'll say, I did need a little bit of time to get into that frame of mind and in that emotional state that the character would be in.
That's great.
Beautiful. I think we could actually follow up that question with anybody else. Any
Yeah.
funny moments or fun or memorable moments from filming?
Funny, memorable.
A funny moment, I guess, was when I was getting my makeup done and I was all like beat up and like seeing what I looked like. It was cool to see me like all like crazy looking. I was like, oh my gosh. And it was funny to like work with her because like I didn't see myself at first for a while, so she was like telling me like what to do with the makeup, and I had like a bullet hole at one point, but we thought that might be too much. So yeah.
Her is mom.
Oh yeah.
That would have been too much.
A bullet hole,
You
yeah.
would be dead.
Yeah, I would have been more like a zombie, but
You would be dead.
Not a real bullet hole, sweetheart.
How about you, Osama? What's a funny or favorite memorable moment for you?
Oh man, there's a lot. Just this, trying to keep the day going. You know, sometimes even like doing something that we're there on our own. You know, it's not like unionized or anything like that, and we're there because we want to be there. So there's a lot of really long days, and it could be tough trying to get things done. And then so a lot of times we had to actually rely on just making each other laugh and throughout the takes, goofing off, you know, just to keep morale going. And we're trying to do this and remember why we're there. We're there and yeah, those are us doing that for each other is probably some of the funnier moments. I'm trying to think of one more specific there. Or is that walking?
The ghost.
Oh yeah. Well, nothing.
There's a ghost?
Yeah, we were at this church, and we were there all day, and I think we didn't leave till like 2 a.m. And so it's a 100-year-old church. It was not active, and we were setting up a shot, and we were lighting and everything. We were talking, and in the front, Tom goes, "Wait, be quiet, shh," you know, and then so we're listening, and I swear we heard footsteps like someone was preaching on the stage in front, and we could literally see where the person would be walking in a circle, and then me and Tom were just looking at it. We just started laughing. We're like, He's like, I'm telling you.
Yeah, he was
man.
laughing. I was scared silly myself.
This was more of a nervous laugh. And that church is actually surrounded by the graveyard. So,
Yeah, that didn't help.
I feel like Osa's got a big point there with like keeping up that morale, because we needed to be extremely flexible and move on the run, because every single person on this project was a volunteer. They had school, they had work, they had kids, and most of the filming was all done on weekends, and we had to be really on our feet to balance going in between with the weather and transportation, and
just had to make it
getting
work.
every single bit of juice out of that day, from sunrise to sunset. What our last shoot, what time was it? Like 9 a.m. and we finished around 3 a.m.
Yeah.
It was more than almost 24 hours our last one.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. Well, we'll show you more very, very soon. Aurora, you got another question for us?
What was the hardest part of making the project?
Who are you asking?
The same thing.
I think it's definitely. Yeah, go a little better after. What was the hardest thing for you?
Yeah.
Hardest thing for me? I was excited to help with making a breastplate, chest plate. It's a Plains Cree, Indigenous, First Nations.
It's got protection there going to war.
Yeah, so it's made, it was my first one I ever made. I've always kind of wanted to make one, but didn't have a reason to. So, and then along came this project, and I was like, ooh, yeah, I'll help out. And it was a lot of fun, and it turned out really cool, and we got to do a lot of cool things with that.
Yeah.
So it was hard.
Not only 1 3, she made 3. Because that one had to be in two different ways.
Yeah.
How about you, Osa? What was the hardest thing for you working on this project, or something that was difficult?
Every time I had to leave you, bro. When the day was done. No, I don't know, like there's challenges in every project, even if it's a big budget project, and like you run into the same challenges. I think hardest part was probably trying to make things work and everyone to be there at the same time, because you have to work with everyone's schedule and try to gather everyone together. But yeah, I think that's the typical hard stuff working on any project, I think.
Absolutely. Tom,
I think the hardest thing, well, a couple of things. The hardest things for me were, I guess the original script that we got, the dialogue for my character was, it took place in, I guess the late 1700s or
Oh,
so.
yeah.
And so some of the dialogue I was not familiar with, so I had to, sometimes I was saying stuff I had no idea what I was even saying, but I had to make it sound like I did. So, and it was also very religious, so stuff was like straight from the Bible at times, and I found that quite difficult at times to, because I had to memorize it, and then some of these were long drawn out speeches in some cases, like addressing the men on, they're about to go into battle, fight anyway. I don't know if you call it battle. I guess it wasn't a really battle scene, but very, very, very close to that at times. So that was one thing that I found was difficult. I guess that would probably be one of the most difficult things that for my character. Also, I'm no spring chicken, by the way. So we did a lot of fighting scenes, and thanks for that, Giancarlo, by the way.
I like it a lot.
So yeah, that I found that a little bit difficult at times when we were redoing it a little bit here and there. But luckily, I have had training in fighting on camera, so I was able to use those things that I had learned from my past to make it, I hope, look real. So.
Absolutely, thank you, Tom. I think the hardest thing for me was the fact that was the lack of funding. We were completely and utterly reliable on the kindness and collaboration of all these different artists from around the country, and if it wasn't for them, it would have been impossible. Then you have to line up with school, work, kids, then you got to combine the location. It took painstaking effort, hours and hours, literally thousands of phone calls for the last 4 years to make that happen. And realistically, looking back, if I was going to do anything different, I would have tried to pursue some sort of funding even in a small way ahead of time to relieve some of the stress, like grants. And those were things that I chose not to do, but something that we will do in the future as we move forward. Well, Aurora, next question. I think we're ready.
How did you work with the other actors? Did you make any new friends?
We all hated him. I can speak for him. We all hated him. Not a friend in the world there.
You started out with friends.
Well, yeah, no, all the people that were there and that I got to like communicate with, I had a good time, had good conversations, and got to meet a lot of new faces, and it was really fun and lighthearted, and yeah, I love everybody that I met and the connections I made.
Beautiful. How about you? Made any friends?
Yeah, absolutely. I think friends brought us into the project, and you just get to know more people, and everybody is very serious about their work, but also a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And we did meet a lot of good people on that set as well.
Yeah.
That's what we met on the set. We worked together since.
Yeah.
So, I mean, there
It
was...
was like-minded people, right? That,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, people that were really serious about the craft, but also like the one thing that did attract me to this project was also the storyline a little bit, because it was a real big thing with the residential schools going on at the time,
Yeah.
and this script did sort of revolve around, I guess you could say, the early beginnings of that.
Yeah.
That's what I read it as, and so that attracted my attention. And then when I realized, we were going to have some real, possibility to draw attention to something so important. That also was another thing that attracted me to the project, I would say.
Absolutely. Going back to the story is very, very important because what the residential school systems were a significant impact to the Indigenous communities. And the story of the father attempting to rescue his daughter from the residential school is a representation of the Indigenous strength and resilience, along with the concept of teaming up with some unlikely allies to get the job done. Bringing up all these people together was the most beautiful experience I've ever had. I still remember on the first day, 50 people show up that have pretty much never met each other. And they showed up because of the passion and for the art. When we get those people to come together, not for a paycheck, but because they want to be there, then it just works so well. Everybody was helping each other. They were making friends, making coffee together, and you have this beautiful experience that you just can't get on any other type of film set. And here shows pretty much the end result. You got all these people together now working on different projects, building their portfolios and resumes, and getting experience that just is never offered anywhere else.
And what would you say if there's people watching right now that want to get involved with the project?
That's just be a good sport and be nice and be good. There's a lot of people to learn from, and then people you can teach yourself. Everyone helps each other. Yeah, it's definitely like a community.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I would also say that we are moving into season 1, and for the last 2 or 3 months, I've been giving out phone calls to acting agencies and casting websites, inviting anybody and everybody who is interested in getting on this train as we move into season 1. Actors, crew members, directors, investors, producers, all of them are going to have an opportunity for some artistic creativity as well to fulfill that dream that you've been looking for, that opportunity, once in a lifetime one. This one just showed up.
Yeah, we've got quite a few actors and filmmakers and producers watching right now. I can see their names popping up, so that's great. If anyone, the credentials to reach out to Giancarlo and team will be posted once I post the live, so you'll be able to get in touch with him if you're interested in joining the project.
Absolutely. Aurora, you ready for your next one?
What message do you think the project shared with people?
Who you wanted to answer?
Yeah.
Tom?
Tom.
That's the message.
Yes, Mr. Bill.
What you would get out of it, I would hope that you'd be able to figure out who is good and who is evil, and why such a if something like that evolved into what it became with the residential schools. You're seeing it in its infancy. So essentially, how it started, the mindset of those involved, and the whys about why it started, and also it does emphasize that there is evil at work, and I think that's a message that my character specifically makes the audience aware of.
Anyone else want to jump in on that question?
I believe I said it earlier in the beginning that the residential schools were a significant impact on the Indigenous community. The immediate story of the father attempting to rescue his daughter from the residential school is symbolic of the resilience of the Indigenous community. There is an overarching theme for this production company, this story, and pretty much also my life, that there is 3 types of people in this world. And I've given this speech today, and you guys have all heard it, you've heard it as well. The first type of person is called dependent. People who require you to do everything for them, sort of like children, or like seniors who can't do it anymore. The second type of person is called independent. These are people who require nothing from you and will deal with all their problems all on their own. Now, it is a very good thing to be independent, and it takes a lot of maturity and it's its own reward, but it is not the best. The best is something called interdependence, where it goes from I can do this myself, I don't need you, to we can do this together. Everybody can do things that everybody else can't, but if we just bring it together, then we can do something great. And this production company and this episode, this pilot for this project is a perfect example of that.
That's great. That's a great message.
Yeah. True. This is definitely a work of fiction, and we are not rewriting history with this, but we are telling a very serious story in a very graphic and real way, so that the true message of the story of the residential schools is told. And here we are. Cool. All right. Aurora.
And let's see the creations so far. We got some. All right. Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah, working on it.
Oh, what happened to mine?
Coming down.
I don't know
So
what
we
I
can
Dude, I took a piece of yours.
Oh,
see.
I didn't know it was something. I took a piece of
Oh, wow.
So I'm a musician. My name means brown bear in Cree, and this is a bear that rocked too hard and he fell apart.
That's amazing. I love it. We've got stories and everything going on with our crafts. Okay, let's take a look. You made Mr. Bill.
Oh no! He's Mr. Bill evolved though. He's got, you can see he's growing he's getting a new hairdo going on there.
Wearing
And,
my leg.
Swear.
he's got his leg on his head, you know. So, but he may not be a he. I haven't decided yet. So that's up in the air still.
That's amazing. Okay, well, now we're coming down.
Are you
Oh,
not turtly
wow.
enough for the turtle club?
What are these? These are great. They're great.
Yeah, I don't know what I made fully. There's a little guy with a little hat.
Here, you can have
Let's improvise a story here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then that's supposed to be a hedgehog, but he's not.
You can make eyes
Oh,
for this guy.
love it. You could improvise a whole story. We'll start doing, stop motion animation next. Where's yours, miss?
Yeah.
You butchered yours. I don't know what happened here. We've made it into a dish.
No, it's I have fake flowers that Callie has been taking off of my thing, so I'm gonna put it inside of the fox. and
Okay,
make
so
it look
you've
like
made
hair.
it useful as a container. Okay, that's great. Do you want to go for?
And this is Mr. Bill.
You made a Mr. Bill too. Okay, so we got 2 Mr. Bills. Mr. Bill.
Mr. Bill.
That's amazing.
And then there goes Mr. Bill.
He's gonna get squished.
I think
Oh no, Mr. Bill! Oh
He's still alive.
no! No, we haven't squished him completely yet.
Yeah, we're gonna do that at the end.
All right. What's the next question?
we got 2 left
The
there.
next
two?
question is, what would you tell other kids who want to act in fun projects like this?
What's a piece of advice you guys would have?
Say that again?
Starting with you.
Advice for kids interested in indie projects or projects in general.
Talk it over with your parents, and see if it's something you want to do, and you can have fun. Any acting is fun. We do it every day. It's just it's just playing.
I would say if you want to get into, if you're really interested to get into acting, one way you can get people to know your talent is to put together a reel of some sort.
Yeah, it's easy to do these days.
Yeah, so you can put together a reel of just stuff you're able to show your talent on camera. Also, get involved in your local theater. I'm involved with live theater, and we have quite a few roles come up for kids. In fact, we're doing one right now where they're looking for some child actors. So I mean, this is something you can also add to your reel. You're able to show them, hey, I've done live stage acting as well as maybe some other type of role that you've been able to get on TV or film, or you even put together yourself. Just use a fairly good quality of audio, I would say. Oftentimes it is something that is lacking in reels is a good audio, so don't put it in a room that's too echoey. Keep yourself fairly close to the camera if you're just using your phone as to create your reel. And keep it real.
Keep it real. I think a good way to learn, if you're on your own at home, there's a lot of actors who do monologues. It's reenacting a scene or one of your favorite shows, and you just try and recreate it. You try to redo say it's like, I'm a big fan of Ninja Turtles, so I'd find a scene of Ninja Turtles I really like, and I try to make it like that. It's just a good way to learn.
And keep it short as well.
Really short.
Like people's attention spans these days are not what they used to be. Not my day, anyway. But
he plays my son in the next film.
I think if I was going to give one piece of advice to maybe young aspiring producers, filmmakers, people who want to get into this and make those films, is if you're going to do it, make sure that the story is something that is true to you, because that will keep you going and get you through the rough punches when it comes to making film overall in general. Yeah, that would be my strongest advice.
That's some really good advice. And we're going on this side. Okay, that's the last question.
Are you excited to do more projects like this in the future?
I'm very excited to be part of the team, come out and hang out and do whatever I can to promote and see this flourish.
Anyone else?
Are you excited to do more in the future?
I'm excited for it not to take so long, so we can flesh out more of the story. I enjoy playing the day and making the series happen because it's like a different time. But I'm also looking forward to a new project that we can all do together sometime too. Something like a different story, different characters and all that. Yeah, so definitely.
Yeah, we've met a good network of actors and camera people, and just creatives that are all passionate about creating. And all we really need for our next project is a good script. I really am a big believer in scripts.
Yeah, totally.
I think that's you could have the best actors in the world on your project, but if you don't have a good script, it's not telling a compelling story, you'll lose people partway through it, or they'll never talk about it. Or it really does start with a good script, and then everything else will usually take care of itself.
I have a question. What would be if you could do anything, like any project at all, what would be like the project that you want to do?
I got one I'm actually working on right now that I can't talk about, but I have a few ones filming in Los Angeles. And right now, that's what I want. It's on my plate. So, but if I had a role I would love to do, it'd probably be like Dracula.
That's awesome.
But I of course I got a werewolf. But I'll talk more about. You'll find out about that project in the coming next year. Yeah.
What was the question?
If you could do anything, any role, what would be the one role that you would want to do? Or project?
If I could do anything?
Anything.
Holy smokes, here's no.
Where shall I begin? Let's go back to my childhood and then.
I would guess, I would think one thing I haven't really done enough of is comedy. I've done a lot of, I'm involved with improv, we do lots of comedy, but I would really like to do a comedy on screen. Because comedies are not that easy to do. They're actually tough to do, they need a real quick pace, and it's a challenge. I personally like a challenge. So I would say a good principal role in a comedy.
Let's do like our own version of Junior from like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You can be pregnant and stuff. I'll be like a bro.
No, you're the pregnant guy.
Hey, I was gonna say, why don't we do a Dracula comedy? Because there hasn't been a good one since, Leslie Nielsen back in the day, right? Dead and Loving It.
Specifically Dracula.
Like Airplane. I don't know if you guys ever get a chance to see the movie Airplane. Go watch it. It's just one zinger after another. It does not stop.
Yeah.
Those are the types of films that I would really be excited to be
It's
a
like
part
more
of.
of a spoofy.
Yes, I mean I love the serious stuff as well, but just because I haven't done much comedy lately on screen, I do a lot of my own little videos and stuff, but to do it in a role in a film would be kind of fun.
Yeah.
What about you?
Okay, so first things first, Western.
Yep.
The dream has already been achieved of getting episode 1. Now we want to do season 1. After that, I want to do a noir mob film, and I'd love to be a bad guy in that one. And then the last one, alternative, futuristic reality, where what if Rome never fell? And
Oh.
imagine a futuristic society with the Roman culture and all that, because I'm Italian, you know how it goes, guys. So we're reaching close to the.
What are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? We're reaching close to the end right over here. We're running out of time. So I wanted to bring it back to how you guys can potentially be involved and the end result of all of this coming together. So we have a story about a Native American father attempting to rescue his daughter from a residential school and a psychotic priest. We took that story and collaborated with a couple hundred volunteers from the industry, as I said before, people who are brand new, never set foot on step, to now Canadian award-winning actors, director of a theater company. We got the horse ranches, the guns, and everything that we need. And now, coming on October 26th, we are having a grand banquet where we are inviting all of the important people that have worked with us over the last couple years, all the investors, directors, and producers that are interested in this project. And now we are inviting you. We're giving you guys an opportunity to come wine and dine with some of Canada's best, show up in a limousine, red carpet photo shoot. We're gonna have live entertainment, thousands of dollars worth of prizes that were donated from cast and crew, small ones and big ones. And then we're gonna show episode 1, the pilot, as a review. And the concept of this is for you to come and see that this is real. Meet some of the best people that helped create it. Shake our hands. And if you like it, maybe you'll win a TV, maybe you get offered another job on somebody else's production that's going on. Then you come up to us, and at the end of it, after the show's over, I'm gonna get on stage and I'm gonna explain how we are going to continue to produce season 1 of this Western ourselves, and how all of these people, and you, and her, and everyone that would otherwise never receive an opportunity like this can step into the spotlight, be a cowboy, learn how to operate cameras, and you will get experience that nobody else can ever offer you. Real stuff, networking with professionals and hundreds of other like-minded individuals, and also credit, so that you can put this down on your resume and use probably the best footage you'll ever get to build up your portfolio. We got people in the industry who now know how to get into unions and theaters and films and create whatever questions you have. We're ready to answer it. The question is just, what do you want to do? And if you want to know more about it, the event is on October 26th. It is going to be at the Emerald Banquet Hall in North Etobicoke. The tickets and all the other information is available on our website, Our website is going to be posted in the links. We're also going to be posting a lot of other content on this account and other accounts. For now, the website is called Interdependence.card, CARRD.co. And we also have another event on October 15th for these guys' film. Did you guys want to speak about that real quick?
Yeah.
Yes, it's got a premiere in Canada, but right now we are just in the States. This date changed, the 27th is now November 3rd, but October 15th at the Ontario Film House in St. Catharines.
And it's very scary. Oh no!
Yeah, it's just fun, 80s style horror film. Yeah.
Actually, tell them a little bit about the filmmaker on this.
Oh yeah, Chris Darden. It's Chris Darden project, Blues Heart Productions. He's just an awesome dude. Good filmmaker. He started out with more of documentaries, and he always wanted to just get together and make with friends, obviously, but horror films and like that, the style that we all loved. That's what we got here. So and he wants to make another one. So there's going to be another project in the future. So if you come out, you can meet Chris Darden, and so you're interested, you can network. Maybe because there's another film that's coming out where it's open to anybody can be in it. Like it's that's all I can say about it. I can't really say too much about it, but we're definitely making another movie. So.
And the next show is what, October 15th, right?
So October 15th and November 3rd, and then there's a film festival. Where's that film festival on the 20th? Yeah, we'll have a link. It's really easy to get a hold of us. There's a webpage on Facebook, Instagram. It's going to be Under the Damnation.
And something I find like interesting about the subtext on this film as well is the fact that it's not about it's obviously a horror, so there's that there's a certain level of disbelief you have to have there, but there's a kind of a subtext about missing Indigenous women as well.
Yeah, the leads are all Indigenous.
Yeah, the leads are all Indigenous, so it's really an exciting project. If you get an opportunity to come out, I would.
Yeah. There's another one Isa's in as well. She's in this one too.
Hey, that's exciting.
I get killed in this one.
I think maybe we could finish with like closing ceremonies of everybody's
Yes.
little creations, some final goodbyes, and I'll say a few words at the end.
Sure, let's.
And then I get to squish Mr. Bill.
You're gonna squish Mr. Bill? Okay, let's.
I love the hat. Look at that hat.
Can we have a contest?
Put yours in there.
Okay.
Get it in there, Aurora.
You gotta get.
It's okay if it
what
looks
you-
like that.
Yeah, I don't know what
A little bit of
you.
an improv.
Yes, absolutely. I am the magical unicorn. Why have you all come here?
A unicorn?
See? What? Are you allergic to unicorns?
I'm just a flower pot.
Ah, Mrs. Flowerpot, nice to meet you.
Flowerpot?
Yes, very good.
Oh
Yes.
my
What happened to this one?
Can I
What's
get
wrong?
in?
No.
Oh no, he fell apart.
Ah.
And what do we have here? Oh, my head's gone. Hold on.
Where's my guitar? Oh, there it is. There's my
Somebody got
guitar.
my head. Oh, my
It's
tail.
Okay.
So, we have all these wonderful individuals who came together for a true common cause. And on October 26th, we want all of you to come join us, meet us, shake our hands, see that it's real. Step into the golden age of cinema with us as we continue to produce season 1 ourselves. It's going to be a grand event. The website is interdependence.card, CARRD.co. All of our contact methods are going to be posted, and all of our social medias are going to be posted. It was a pleasure having you join us for Aurora's first Crafrs and Chats, and we look forward to being a part of this more as we move forward and having you there as well. And if you need to reach out to me personally, you can call me on my cell phone. It's 647-453-8871. Whether you are an actor, a crew member, a college student, a director, an investor, a producer, somebody who wants to make your dreams come true. I have the resources and connections to make it happen. I cannot do it alone. So come to my party, see it's all real together, and I look forward to meeting you. And maybe we'll see you dressed up and party together and maybe work together one day. Thank you very much. Did you have any other questions for me?
No, I think that's great. So we're going to post all the contact details, the websites, and if you want to get in touch with Giancarlo, you can through his own links, or you can reach out through Aurora's profile, and we can get you in touch. And looking forward to seeing everyone there. We will be there on the 26th as well, so we can take pictures and shake hands, meet some of our fans in person.
Shall we go through one final goodbye?
Yeah, let's do a final goodbye.
Let's do it. Okay, everybody, final goodbye in waves. All right.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Here, guys. Say bye here. Bye, everyone.
Bye.